Are you a manager who has a team who's working really hard, they're tired and they're burnt out, but you feel like you're not getting the results you were hoping for? Or maybe you're one of those team members who's working on a team, putting all the effort in, and you don't feel like you're getting results. When we see this situation where good natured people who are hardworking are putting lots of effort in and not making progress, it usually means that we're missing a crystal clear vision of what success looks like and or clarity and alignment to that vision. I know exactly how to put points on the board and how we win this game, and we're going to come together and we're going to work together in clarity and alignment. Hi, my name is Jamie Griffin. I'm the founder of Consult to Grow, and I want to talk about the importance of a vision statement. Look, we talk about this all the time, vision, mission, values being critical. The way I like to think of those things is like my "What would Jesus do" bracelet. When I'm making big decisions, is it aligned to the vision? Is it aligned with our values? Is it in service to our mission? We're going to zoom in and talk about vision for a few minutes today because I think it's the most important thing a scaling founder can do for their business. Now, I remember a time when I was working for the visionary founder of a company called Raising Cane's. It was my first week on the job, and we were helping. I was an office assistant. I was helping put on a fundraiser by, getting all the right things in the right places. We were at this venue for this fundraiser that our founder was the chairman of the fundraiser, and there was a patio as part of the venue. And laid on the patio was about 10 tiki torches. There was going to be an outdoor bar on this patio. And so I'm like, well, I see the tiki torches. I know they need to be put out. So I start logically thinking there's about 100, feet of frontage. I'm going to put a tiki torch on each corner and then about 10 feet apart. And as I'm putting the tiki torches out, somebody's like, hey, you might want to wait for the visionary founder. He's got a specific way he wants this done, and you might waste your time. And I thought to myself, I'm a 21-year-old office assistant. If I get fired for being proactive, so be it. But I know this needs to be done, so I'm going to do it. So I do what a logical person would do. I put these tiki torches every 10 feet. Looks amazing. Love it. Thinking, wow, I'm this great proactive employee. And a couple of hours later, as we're continuing to set up this event, the visionary founder shows up and says, who put these tiki torches out? And that's the moment I thought I was going to get fired in my first 2 weeks of working at this company, which I ultimately worked at for about 14 years. And he comes and he says, hey, thank you for putting them out, but I want to move them. And he reorganizes them and puts them in a pattern that makes absolutely no sense, right? So I'm like, okay, man, I totally appreciate that I put them in the wrong spot, but can you tell me why you put them the way you put them, clustering them in different places? And he's like, of course, I'm happy to explain the why. And the why was, if you were standing inside, the way I put the tiki torches out through the glass, you would not be able to see them. And his vision for this bar area in this event and for the experience of the customer or guest or donor was that they would walk in, they'd be in this cool space, but they would see tiki torches, this light that would draw them out to the space and help them enjoy the bar and create more space for the event and more intimacy. And I'm like, oh my God, that's brilliant. Thank you so much for explaining the why. And that's the moment that I started learning the power of a crystal clear vision. He knew exactly what he wanted. Would it have been more productive had I understood that vision before I put the tiki torches out and there's more communication? Absolutely. But when we have a crystal clear vision of what things look like, we've got to communicate it and share it. And then we've got to make sure that we're clear and aligned. Had he not taken a moment to explain the why, that might have been totally lost on me. I might have just thought, this guy is a maniac and he just wants what he wants and it doesn't make any sense. It's something we do as a human. So as you're thinking about this, if you want to change the momentum of your business or your team or your department, make sure you have a crystal clear vision statement of what it means to win and be successful, right? At its basic premise, a vision statement is like a photograph of your future organization, which gives the business shape and direction. right? If you're thinking about how to create it, let's do that in 3 steps. Number 1 is clear your mind. There's so much clutter. Let everything go. Let the challenges of today go. Let the successes of today go. The struggles and the obstacles. Just start with a blank easel, because that's really what a vision is. Number 2 is to brainstorm, to be creative. You can do this individually or you can do this with your team, but think of a time frame out in the future. Maybe it's 5 years, maybe it's 10 years, maybe it's infinite, but describe what success looks like to you and your organization or department. Where do you want to be? What do you want people to say about your department or organization, right? And then finally, refine it. We've got to refine the vision and make sure, A, it's crystal clear. There's no ambiguity. Make sure it's going to give your team a sense of purpose, and then make sure it's easy to remember. I remember the vision statement of my first company so well: to be the brand for quality chicken finger meals, great crew, and cool culture all over the world. The vision statement for Consult to Grow is to nourish the world by helping restaurant companies transform and grow. That's what we do. Very aspirational. I may never be done doing that work, but everybody who works with me and everybody I work with is aligned to that vision. And that's how you lower frustration and lower the struggles and increase productivity and get your team to the finish line.